Hello, YouTube family. Hmm. I am disturbed. First of all, thank everybody for watching and tuning into this, and thank all subscribers. Um, let me get to it because I have so much stuff to say it's impossible to fit in this video. So I'm gonna try to make a couple short ones because I'm driving. I had to make that monster one when I get home. I left out yesterday. I was gone about 2 hours roughly. I came back home and I checked. I flushed the toilet, used the bathroom. It flushed. Fine. So I said I might as well go wash these dishes. So I go in the restroom there and I'm in the kitchen and get ready to turn the water on so I can add my soap and all that stuff. And I got absolutely nothing. Air. Nothing whatsoever. No water. So me being, I don't know exactly how to say this. Me being me. And a lot of people know exactly what I'm talking about. The first thing probably came to their mind is what came to my mind. Did I pay this water bill? Let me go check my records. So I checked my records. I paid the bill. I'm like, why is this water? So, okay. I said, tell you what, I'm going to go out here and I'm going to turn it and see myself. So I go out and look, and then I see that it's undisturbed. That means nobody never even been in it. So I'm super puzzled now. So I go to my neighbor. I said, neighbor, is your water on? And she said, no. But she didn't know until she went to check. And she didn't have anything. I'm like, oh my goodness. She's like, well, what's going on? I said, I don't know. So I followed suit and I went to several other of my neighbors, at least 6 or 7 of them. And they all said their water was off. Made some phone calls to the other side of the street. Water was off. So now we most definitely know that this many people did not pay their bills. So I was puzzled. I said, well, today is Saturday, so you can't call the utility company, well, water company here in this state where I live on Saturday. And also, there is no emergency phone number whatsoever. So I started thinking, and I remembered I passed by some people doing some work. Before that, I went over into the project area and found out that they didn't have any water. Now I said, now we about to have a real problem in a minute. So I stopped the guys. I'm like, hey, well, what's going on? Are you guys at the water off, or what's the problem? Oh, we had an emergency. Is anybody following me? I hope y'all following me on this one. I need you to follow me. It was an emergency. Now, they they must forget that I got eyes and common sense, and I'm looking at what you're doing, and it was not an emergency. So they was putting in a fire hydrant. That is not an emergency. But my issue with the whole thing is we never got a letter, a phone call, an email, any type of notice whatsoever. We didn't get it. Didn't tell us nothing. And the excuse was it was an emergency and we had to hurry up and do it. Let me also remind you that just shortly ago, a couple days ago, now I can speak this because it was worldwide, and the system went down. So it caused a lot of problems, I'm sure. But I'm trying to get you to a point. Have you noticed that the power outages is becoming more frequent? It's happening more, and it's happening in longer spans of time. We're being tested, people. And it doesn't take a rocket scientist to see that we're being tested. I will give you an example. If you was a big guy, I mean, muscular, strong, big guy, and I'm a smaller guy, and I know on a heads-up battle, I can't win because your power level outweighs my power level to a certain extent. So in that moment, then, you're measuring up the situation. You're going to take time and measure the situation up. What is the weak points? He took my bike. How can I get this back? What is the weak points? What time you do this? What time does it do that? You're going to try to figure these things out to figure out the best course of action to get your bike back. So, what I'm telling you is, it's the same thing. When you're being tested, it's all the same. I'm like, why? And I'm sure there's so many naive people. It's just gonna be like, what are they testing us for? To see what kind of ketchup we like. And see if your favorite mustard is honey mustard or Dijon, Grey Poupon. So if you ain't getting with it, I mean, I don't know what to tell you. But of course, this whole little platform issue thing, you gotta dance around different things. If you wanna stay here, you gotta dance around it. So we are very much aware of why that you're being tested. I'm sure you know. If you don't know, you need to get yourself together. So I'm telling you to tell you this. If you are not preparing in this time, what are you doing? What are you waiting for to get yourself together? Because when the doo-doo droplets come out the sky, that's what I call them, you will not have time to do anything. You got to already be ready, have your stuff in place. Your lighting, your food, your shelter, your water, your baseball bat, if you know what I mean. You got to have these things ready to go. Your means of protecting yourself. You got to have that stuff ready to go. You're not going to wait till the doo-doo droplets come out the sky and then they say, hey, excuse me 1 second, before you drop the doo-doo droplets in my area, can I run on down to Harbor Freight and pick up me a generator? No. Why? There's time to do that. Won't you just go ahead and make that investment? I see people making an investment in PlayStation. What PlayStation at now? PlayStation 37. I don't know what is it. What is it now? It went so far up until it went back down to 1. I don't know. But I don't waste a lot of my time doing video games. Not that video games are bad. It's just bad when you make it bad. When it consumes your life, then it's bad. Because it became a god to you. I need you to understand, and I have strategically stopped some of the stuff that I do and show, because it's coming down to the wire, and that's not a good idea unless you want to get hit in the top of the head. Boop. So, no. But I will continuously warn you. Just because the sun is up and the sun is shining does not mean everything is okay. Where is your first aid gear? Better yet, for my people in my local area, do you think Delta Medical Center gonna be open taking people? I doubt it. Do you think because your flashlight ran out of batteries, you're gonna run on down to Wally World and pick up some batteries? But see, people are not thinking about it on that magnitude. They looking at it so lightly because it's beautiful outside. The birds are chirping. Deers are running. It's wonderful. And that's where you're wrong. I'm going to ask you a question. Okay, listen. If, say you were going to battle, I'll say battle. Say you was going to battle, and you wanted to get a particular thing when you went to this battle. That's what you was going for in the first place. And how would you go about getting that particular thing or strategically winning so you can get that thing? I'm going in here because he has my 3-wheel tricycle, and how am I going to get this tricycle? We're going to battle. Okay.
In a quarter mile, turn left onto North Liberty Street.
Let's say we go in and create a distraction. And you know what kind of distractions I'm talking about.
Turn left onto North Liberty Street, then turn right onto Finney Road.
What distraction that you know that's being used the most that you've ever seen in history? the distraction that I see the most that's being used in history is to spark up a racial war. That's what I see used more commonly than anything. So we're gonna do this to Johnny. Get this mess stirred up over here. Get all the attention.
Turn right onto
over
Finney
here.
Road.
And while they're doing that, we're going to sneak in the back door.
Continue on Finney Road for 2 miles.
And we're going to take this tricycle back. You have got to understand that just because you see the sunshine doesn't mean the day is going to be great. You got to understand that. Now, right now, more than ever, is a time you need to make sure you are ready to go. Got what you need? I'm talking about overkill. Make sure you got it. More than enough. Because you never know if you got to help somebody. I know a lot of people say, oh, I ain't helping nobody, but you never know that. And you don't know what your heart is going to be feeling at that time. You're like, okay, you just don't know. And to think about it also, it ain't really all about hunkering in just for yourself and being selfish. But you still got to think about how God will want you to react and how he wants you to still take care of his people still. If you have it to give, that is. If you ain't got it, then you ain't got it. You know what I mean? Some folks got whole family, big family, and they need to keep everything they got to make sure their family's straight. Yeah. Which is understandable. But the main things that I'm going to say that if you haven't not worked on, you need to jump on them. I'm talking about jump on them with a fierce beast mode. First thing would be power. No, I'm going to stress that. I changed that. That's what I used to say.
In a quarter mile, turn left onto Mississippi 43
The first thing you need to work on is water. Because nothing else in that group that I'm about to call that will not have you deceased within 3 days is water.
Take the next left onto Mississippi 43 North.
If you ain't got no power, it ain't gonna do absolutely nothing to you. You're gonna be in the dark, but it ain't gonna kill you. You dig what I'm saying? Now, why I choose to do all these videos in this car, I don't know. I just say when I get to riding and my mind gets to moving, because a lot of times when I drive, I don't even turn the radio on because some people, you gotta have time to think. You need some time to think and free your mind. Also to talk to the Father.
Continue on
Your
Mississippi
mind needs to
43
be
North for
clear
4 miles.
to do that. You know what I mean? Just sometimes you gotta turn stuff off because you keep ignoring God. At some point, God gonna make you listen. And you don't want that. That's the worst whooping you can get. A whipping from the Lord. You don't want that. So, people, there's a lot of testing going on. And I'm asking you to be aware of it and don't be naive of what's going on, and make sure that you are prepared and ready to go, because so many people got all these excuses, but yet they still can go buy $200-300 pair of shoes, but you can't put back nothing that has to do with saving your family's life and your life. But you can go buy $300 pair of shoes. That don't make no sense to me. I know somebody got so many pairs of Jordans. They could have bought a whole home EcoFlow power system. They got that many Jordans way back. Just every time the new one get ready to come, they gotta have it. Every color. And I'm like, man, for the price of these shoes, I wouldn't even be wearing them. I had them boys sitting on a glass shelf. For $300, you don't wear them outside and get them dirty. You put them on the shelf. I don't understand people. Now, if you got the money to do that, plus put back like you're supposed to, then that's awesome. By all means, because you can do both. Some people can't do both. Some folks just make up excuse for excuse. It's going to give you an excuse. And you're going to get absolutely nothing done. You're going to be in the same boat. And you're going to be that very person that you told. That is always the one you told 72 times to do something. Be the one to be asking you for help. And them right there, the other one, I ain't got no holler for you. Somebody I ain't said nothing to and I don't know. Yeah. Somebody I told 172 times. Nope. So, my advice to you is get your power game together, get your water game together, get your food game together, get your first aid kit game together, get that mud together, because you may not have no medical attention. You better get you have something for pain, all that, allergies. Get your toothpaste, toothbrush, because your hygiene gonna be important. Because you don't want to be around that boy smelling like doo-doo raindrops. That's what I'm trying to tell you. And of course, ways and means to protect yourself. Whatever that may be for you. Just make sure you're able to protect yourself and protect your family. That's going to be important, super important, that you be able to do that. I'm not going to hold you guys. I got so much on my mind. I just know I can't cram it all in this video. Then some things a whole nother topic.
In half a mile, continue straight onto Old Mississippi 16 East.
Some things are a whole different other topic. And I'm just not going to try to tie that in with this video. So I'm going to get ready to get out of here. And like I always tell you guys, prep, pray, and be vigilant. Pay attention to what's going on around you. Don't just live.
Continue straight onto Old Mississippi 16 East. Continue on Old Mississippi 16 East for 6 miles.
If you're not a subscriber, hit that button. Go ahead and subscribe. And more or less likely than all, hit the like button so we can kind of spread this information, because there's a lot of people. You'll be surprised at people that don't know nothing, and they think that it's ice cream trimmings falling off the trees, and it ain't. So I ain't gonna get going again. I'll hit you guys in the next video. Mississippi Survivor. Love you guys. Take heed. Pay attention. do what needs to be done. If you don't want to do it for you, do it for your family. Do it for somebody you love. Okay? Mississippi Survivor, I'm out of here. Peace.